How's it going, everybody? It's boy Pixelated Pat back with another episode of our Pokemon Gaia Nuzlocke. You'll probably notice right away that we got a couple evolutions on the team with Monferno and Nidorino. I decided to get some grinding in before taking on the next length of the game after I noticed a subtle level jump in other playthroughs here on YouTube. A little bit of grinding never hurts, and it's something I'm no stranger to after my 164-hour runtime in Fire Gold. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but that's what happens when you raise 30 Pokemon. Yeah, so today we're going to be having our first encounter with the evil team of this game, which most definitely is Team Plasma from Black 2 and White 2, but somehow isn't. Anyways, we're leading off with Riz the Meryl today, so that way we can evolve him in today's episode. I'm definitely looking forward to the thought of having a huge power Azumarill on the team, although it's too bad it won't be able to learn Aqua Jet, because that's an egg move. That, and I need like 10 yellow shards to teach it Ice Punch. Anyways, even if I can't give him the most viable moveset, I'll do what I always do, and that's make do with what I got. Speaking of making do with what I got, Nuzlocke reminds me a lot of Iron Man in old school RuneScape. It wasn't too long prior to my first Nuzlocke that I ran an Iron Man account in old school RuneScape, and that grind alone made me want to bang my head against the wall. But I think it did me a lot of good preparing me for Nuzlocke adventures, because whether it's like grinding efficiency, item and money management, Iron Manning and RuneScape taught me a lot of skills that translated over to Nuzlocking. Speaking of RuneScape, I've been thinking a lot about getting back my old school RuneScape account. At the time of my life when I played it again a couple years ago after having not played it since junior high, and it was a lot of fun rediscovering the game with what essentially were fresh eyes. Not to mention the maddening amount of time I spent in the dormant mines. Come to think of it, I think the last time I logged on a couple months ago I was around like level 83, 85. But anyways, we're about to have an evolution, so let's put the spotlight on Meryl. One thing's for sure, this is definitely one of the evolutions I was most excited about on the team. I'll just have to make sure to do my best to not almost kill it like I did in the battle prior to its evolution level. I was definitely nervous seeing it go down to 10 HP in the last battle, but I'm glad he was able to pull through, and I'm beyond excited to see what kind of havoc this guy can bring into the game. It's been quite a few years since I raised a huge power Azumarill, with the last time being a casual Emerald playthrough, so I know I'm in for a solid Pokemon. And now that we have our evolution of the episode out of the way, it's time to give some shine and spotlight to another one of our recent evolutions, Fonz the Nidorino. While his ability Hustle is somewhat of a detriment that I can't help but to bring up every time he's on the screen due to the innate fear I have that a bad miss at a bad time will somehow lead to his death, I've been enjoying it for what it's worth because I actually kind of like the risk factor that his ability brings into the battle. You can never have too much chaos in a Nuzlocke, and one thing's for sure, I love chaos. And being perfectly honest, I kind of feel like I was spoiled on chaos when I jumped into doing randomizers for my first Nuzlocks. I always wonder if I skipped a step by going for randomizers first instead of doing a regular non-randomized ROM, but it certainly made for a very welcome change of pace when I went on my first vanilla ROM Nuzlocke. I was so used to getting busted encounters and randomizers that it actually added a layer of challenge in having to figure out the best way to bring out the potential of a bunch of vanilla Pokemon. Bringing out the best of every Pokemon has always been a Pokemon trainer's job, and Fire Gold put me through one of my greatest tests for sure. And speaking of my greatest tests, it appears as if we have been granted an audience with the almighty Lord Helix. May all those who sing his praise be blessed, for it is within his glory we find HM04. Now, meme society, you guys should probably get used to me referencing Lord Helix every time he appears on the screen. I've been a dedicated follower since the original Twitch Plays Pokemon run, and I am convinced he is the sole reason I survived my Nuzlocks. Throw some respect on my boy's name. Anyways, I should probably stop rambling for a second and actually talk about the game. Anyways, our first encounter with the evil team of the region, who is most definitely Team Plasma but somehow isn't Team Plasma, went off without a hitch. Although we still have absolutely no clue what their motive is, it's pretty ambiguous at this point, especially since all we know about them so far is that they look like Team Plasma. And we didn't really get that much out of that bit of dialogue, so I'm curious to see what kind of threat they'll become to the region as the story progresses. And now, as we meet Herschel at the edge of Aru's path, we're going to warp back over to Arch Tunnel to catch back up with Professor Redwood, who was kind enough to hang out in this cave and examine this rock formation while I took the time to grind my Pokemon up to where they are now instead of actually engaging with the story beat he sent me on. We should all give this man and every patient NPC a round of applause for putting up with our shit. Jokes aside, I definitely gotta take a moment to recognize the pixel art of this rock formation here depicting a Tangrowth. It reminds me a lot of the puzzle cave tiles that you find in the Runes of Alph in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and the fact that the pixel artist was able to make these tiles reminiscent of the old design while also depicting a Generation 4 Pokemon speaks volumes of the quality and skills of the pixel artists who worked on this game. They did such an awesome job in this game that it's nearly impossible for me not to bring it up every time something catches my eye. And that's gonna happen a lot in this game, without a doubt. Anyways, we are fast approaching the end of the video, so I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you again who have been subscribing and watching the videos. You guys are the best. I've been wanting to start a YouTube for a long time, but I never got around to it because I just didn't have the guts. However, thanks to the support that you guys show me, I feel like I can really do it, and I couldn't be more thankful for the support that you guys show me. If you're new to the page, then don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload, because I definitely got a lot more coming, and I cannot wait to bring you guys more awesome Pokemon videos. Anyways, that's all I got for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.